friends. This is the mid-year freakout tag for book lovers. I got these questions from Bonnie. I will link her channel down below. And let's get into these questions. 1. How has your reading year gone so far? I feel like I've had really highly rated books. I don't think I've rated anything lower than a 3-star on Goodreads this year, which is really freaking good. But as far as how many books I've read 55 books. Now that sounds fantastic, except I'm supposed to read 140 books, and as of the time I'm filming this, I'm 12 books behind schedule. Granted, I am in the middle of 4 books right now, so I feel like if I can finish those by the end of the month, that would be great progress, but yeah, I'm definitely behind. What is the best book that you've read so far? My best book so far is probably Lady Tan's Circle of Women. This is a historical fiction set in ancient China about a woman, and you kind of watch her grow up her entire life throughout the story. But she is trained in ancient Chinese medicine and by a traditional physician. And it is like her journey and helping all the women in her life and helping other people as well, and her surviving the plague. It's actually very cool. Another book that I really enjoyed is The Book Eaters by Suni Dean. This is about a woman who basically would do anything for her son, regardless of the moral implications. And it is very heartwarming and very high stakes. And I recently read this, so I really can't shut up about it, but it's a really good book. What is the best book you've reread this year? I haven't reread any books. I'm not a big rereader. I really want to reread some books, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. What has been the best sequel so far this year? Vera Wong's Guide to Snooping on a Dead Man. This is the second book in the Vera Wong series. I really liked it. I love that what the topic was about is not something you find in a lot of traditional media, but it's something so important that needs to be discussed. And then Finley Donovan, number 6. I adore the series. Finley is one of my favorite characters. She cracks me up. She's just also so real. Like, she goes through these struggles and she just feels like she could be a real person that just has terrible luck. But I just find these books so funny. Favorite 2026 new release? I would have to say The Night We Met by Abbi Jimenez. This is friends to lovers, but also like one of them is in a relationship, so it's complicated, but it's really cute. Who is your new favorite author? I wouldn't say a new favorite, but I do want to read more from Suni Dean. She has such a beautiful prose. I think she's really one of the new to me authors that has stood out to me this year. New fictional crush. I really don't crush on the boys in these books. I really don't. If I had to pick one, it would be Chris from The Night We Met. But, I mean, he doesn't exist in real life. Like, I know he doesn't exist in real life. That's why he is the perfect fictional man. But he is so cute and so sweet. But no, I typically don't crush on fictional characters. What is the most anticipated book for the second half of the year? I have 2. I have the second book in the Stonewater trilogy, which is going to be The Knave and the Moon. This is second to The Night and the Moth. And then I have Adversary to the Villain, which is the, I think, 4th or 5th installment in the Assistant to the Villain series. I can't believe how far into that series we've gotten. But I'm looking forward to both of them. They come out in August and September. A book that made you cry. I really haven't cried during a book this year at all, but I would say there was one particular book that made me emotional, and it's probably not going to make anybody else emotional, but it's because I could relate to one of the characters, and that is Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. I just feel like I could relate on a certain level to what Cleo was going through. A book that made you happy. The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez just had me warm, cozy hug, kicking my feet, giggling, loving these characters. It just made me very happy. And another book that I did really enjoy is Fangs by Sarah Anderson. This is a short graphic novel. It's kind of almost like a little anthology of comics about a werewolf and a vampire that are dating. And it was cute. It kind of scratched that little paranormal romance itch for me without going as far as like Allie Hazelwood situation, but still so, so good. The worst book that I've read this year. I don't think it's necessarily a bad book. It just didn't do anything for me and it felt very cheesy. And that is Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. This is like a self-help book. It just didn't resonate with me, and that's okay. The biggest disappointment for me, The Master and Margarita. I really, really wanted to enjoy this book because my husband likes it. It wasn't for me, unfortunately. Sorry, honey, but yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea. My biggest surprise, Lady Tan's Circle of Women. I am not a historical fiction girly. The reason that I read it is because somebody had suggested it as very similar to the Apothecary Diaries, which I am in love with that series. I'm reading the manga, I'm watching the anime, all the things for that series. But somebody recommended that, and I was like, you know what, why not? I'll give it a try. I loved it. It was so good. And I was so shocked that I loved that historical fiction because there's no fantasy in it at all. And it was beautiful. What are some books that I need to read by the end of the year? Well, I have a whole list of 26 books that I want to read in 2026. Some of them I have read, but I have not read as many as I probably should have so far. That being said, I will make more of an effort to work on them. My new favorite characters, Devin, the mom in this book, she just shows what it is to be a mother and to never forget, even when you're going against the status quo. I felt how anxious she was when she was worried about her children. I felt how much she needed to be that person to save them. Even though I'm not a mom myself, like I could feel her pain and anguish, everything she was going through. I think that this was so well written. But I love Devin as a character. And then my second one would be Princess Donut. My husband and I just listened to Dungeon Crawler Carl on a road trip, and I love her. She's hilarious. I just love that she's a princess. And no, she's not even a princess. She's a queen. Okay? She might be called Princess Donut, but she is a queen. And I love her. And my husband kept making jokes. He's like, you're kind of like her, you know, putting on things without reading them, just being real prim and proper and all that. I don't see it, but I just thought it was funny that he made that connection. That is all the questions that I have to answer on this mid-year freakout tag. If you guys want to participate in the tag, I will have the questions down below in the description. But I would love to hear from you guys in the comments as to any responses for these books that I've read, for what you're looking forward to reading in the second half of the year. I love talking with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys soon in a new video. Happy reading. Jasper is going to help me today. I have The Night and the Moon, or it just kind of tickled that like paranormal romance itch for me. It kind of scratched that paranormal itch for me.